Okay, I'm going to be making some herbed batter bread. I won't be following the recipe exactly. This is from the American Heart Association Around the World Cookbook, and at the time this was printed in the 1990s, they believed in butter was unhealthy and all that stuff. So I'm going to be using butter for acceptable margarine. I'm going to be using real eggs. And other than that, I'll be pretty much following this recipe. Combine yeast and warm water in a large mixing bowl. Yeah, I've had this for a while. I need to use this yeast before it expires on me. Okay. Yeah, it's going to expire pretty soon. Yeah. November 12th, 2022. Yeah. So let's go ahead and make this here. Let me cut me a package. I had to actually go buy me a mini loaf pan because the one of them that I have is a little bit rusted. So now it's very important with yeast that you don't kill the yeast, obviously. So we're going to go ahead and throw that in here. So I'm throwing the yeast in here. In a large mixing bowl. I use metal because I'm going to be using this to raise the bread. Yeah, you don't want to kill the yeast. Okay. You say, with your former yeast problems, you shouldn't be making this. Well, my yeast has been fixed thanks to Seroquel, okay? All right. Okay, now I need to put in warm water, a half cup. Now, it's very important. I'd say about 105 degrees, so let me just kind of, you don't want it to be too hot, but not, it's got to be warm enough to get the yeast to want to. Yeah, this looks about right. I'm just going to this won't kill the yeast. It's pretty good. Let me feel that. Yeah, a little bit warmer than lukewarm. So we're going to go ahead and throw that in there. Okay. In a large mixing bowl set aside. So the yeast is in there. You see that? Okay. Now, I'm going to kind of swish that around. Give it a chance to get those yeast going now. Actually, I'm going to stimulate these yeast a little bit. Kind of like moving around here. Kind of old yeast, you know. This is an old yeast packet, you know. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a boost here by kind of mixing it around. Actually, I'm using the wrong thing. Here, let me do something better. Use this. Huh. Yeah. I just want to make sure it's mixed real good. Yeah, see, the water's not hot enough where they're going to... There, that's good. That's good. The yeast are nice and mixed up. Okay. Now. Okay, the next thing I have to do, in a small saucepan over low heat. And this is important because you don't want to kill the yeast. So I'm going to put it on low heat. Okay. Low heat. Heat milk and margarine just long enough to melt the margarine. Now I made this from non-fat dry milk because the recipe calls for skim milk, so I made this ahead of time. So let's go ahead and throw this in here. Yeah. I got to use up my powdered milk. You know, that's going to expire by December 2022, and yeah, I'm trying not to waste food. Okay. Now let's go ahead. What I'm going to be using is butter. So for butter, I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons. This is my 2 tablespoons of acceptable margarine. Yeah, butter be good. Butter. Jesus had me throw out my sifter. All all the flour nowadays that they make is pre-sifted anyway, so it doesn't matter. This will work. Yeah, there's 2 tablespoons of acceptable margarine. Okay, let's make sure that, yes, that's, yeah, I'm not going to make it too hot, or it's going to ruin the rising ability. The yeast will get killed, you know. So I don't want to do that. You say, well, you don't want to make the yeast bread because you're going to get the yeast infection. Yeah, well, but when I bake the bread, the yeast dies, so I'm not worried about it. But, so yeah. All right, let's just go ahead and warm that up till the margarine melts. I don't want. Yeah, put it on very low heat. Very low heat. Okay. Yeah. See, that's what it's doing right there. See that? Okay, I'm going to turn off the camera for right now, and then once I melt it, then I'll turn the camera back on. This recipe is a little faulty because they don't tell you what to do with the milk. It's obvious using common sense that once this margarine melts, that I need to put it over here. So what I'm going to do is rewrite this recipe for my web page, okay, so people don't get confused, so they can make some delicious homemade bread. So I'm going to rewrite it. So yeah, let's go ahead and yeah, that's good. I don't want it to be too hot. So once it melts, I'm going to bring the milk and stuff and put it over here. The recipe doesn't say to do that, but common sense tells me that's what you do. Alrighty, it looks like it's pretty melted here. So let's go ahead and throw this over. We're going to go ahead and put this. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and put this over here. It's not that hot, so I can put it over here with no problems. We're going to go ahead and throw that in here. All right. Let's go ahead and reposition this camera here. All right. Next thing we're going to do, add egg substitute, honey, yogurt, Italian seasoning, and salt to the yeast mixture. Okay, there. I prepared this in advance. This is like scrambled eggs, you know. Lightly beaten eggs. Okay, so that's egg. I'm using real eggs. So what I'm going to do is rewrite this. I'm going to rewrite this recipe so that people can make it the way I made it. I'm assuming it's going to turn out good. If it doesn't turn out good, I won't be posting it, but I think it will. Okay. Honey, 3 tablespoons of honey. Okay. Let's get the measuring spoon. You know what, I think it's over here. Yeah, here it is. 3 tablespoons of honey. That'll give it a nice flavor. 1. 2. Oh boy, it's falling down the side. That's good. 3. Yum. I bet this is going to be delicious bread, eh? Okay, let's go ahead and take this off. Making a bit of a mess here. You might say, you just go buy it. Ah, there's nothing like homemade bread, though. Nothing like homemade bread. It's just something about homemade. And this is an easy bread, too. This is an easy one. I've made the more complicated ones. I don't want to mess with those right now. I'm busy, but this one's easy. Okay. Yogurt. That would be 2 tablespoons. I have a probiotic yogurt, and I know it's kind of like a waste of money to use probiotic yogurt for this, but that's what I have on hand, so that's what I'm going to use. So that would be, all right, what did I do with that? Oh, here it is. Let's wash this real quick. 2 tablespoons probiotic yogurt. You know, as long as it's plain yogurt, that's the main thing. You know, what kind of yogurt did they say to use? Well, it's not non-fat, it's full fat. That's okay. It'll work. There we go. That'll work. It's going to be a fattening bread, so that's okay. There we go. That's good. 2 tablespoons of full-fat yogurt. It's kind of a waste of the probiotics, though, because they're going to get killed when everything's baked. But that's what I have on hand, so that's what I'm using. This is organic probiotic yogurt. I bet this bread's going to be good, though. So, all right. This is what I'm using because this is what I have on hand. It'll work. Like I said, I'm kind of wasting the probiotics on this one, but that's okay. All right, and Italiano seasoning. 1 tablespoon of Italiano seasoning. Oh boy, I'm going to have to wash this. You know what? I know what I'm going to use. I'm going to use a ½ teaspoon measuring thing and just do 2 of them. That'll work. ½ teaspoon. Yeah, that'll work. Italiano seasoning. I know I brought it over here. Here it is. Okay. There's 1. 2. Yeah, that's good. Jesus told me to keep everything in here, so that's... He said, you're supposed to measure exactly when you make bread. Yeah, I know. But, you know, I do what I have to do. I bet it'll still be good. Oh, my goodness. Okay, let's see. Italiano seasoning. Here's what it looks like so far. Italiano seasoning and salt. Yeah, let's put in a little bit of salt. That'll probably make it taste better. So a teaspoon of salt. Yeah, a teaspoon of salt. Here's a teaspoon. This is Himalayan pink salt. That'll work. Yeah. Oh my goodness, I'm just about out. Just use it. That's okay. That's okay. A little short on the salt, but it'll still. You know what? With this, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. Just a tad short. So here, look at this. That'll solve it. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now. Okay. And blend thoroughly. Blend thoroughly. Yeah, I know how to do that. We're going to get this. This will work. Blend thoroughly. I'm blending it thoroughly. I'm using a whisk. Yeah, that'll work. When I made this before, I followed the recipe slavishly, you know, and I am. All right, that's pretty thoroughly. Okay. Now let's see what I do next. That's pretty thoroughly there. Okay, blend thoroughly. Okay, stir in the flour. Stir in the flour. I'm going to stir it in with what I'm going to use because I need to beat it like 100 times. I need one of those long, I had a long one, didn't I? No, I don't want to use that. I thought I had a long one. I know, I guess I'll have to use that. But I don't like those slots though. What can I use to beat it thoroughly? I guess I'm going to have to go with this thing here. Okay. I'm going to put this back in the refrigerator. All right. Here's the flour. That's 4 cups of flour. Stir in the flour. Okay, I could use an electric mixer, but I'm going to do the old-fashioned way. Okay, stir in the flour. Beat at least 100 strokes by hand or for 1 minute with an electric mixer. I'm just going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. Oh, it's already starting to ride. 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. A couple more. Actually, I think that's pretty good. We are done. Okay. Cover with plastic wrap and let stand in a warm place until the batter is almost triple in bulk, about 1 hour. Okay, let me just take all the batter off. Ooh, this looks good. I remember when I made it before, it was real sticky like this. So you say, why do they have to do that? It forms gluten when you mix it, and that helps give the bread a nice consistency. Oh, yum, yum. I'm going to lick my fingers, I think. Ha ha. This looks good. Yum. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I live in a kind of a cold climate, so what I'm going to do, okay, is I'm going to put it in the oven on the lowest heat. Okay? Let me cover it with plastic wrap. Yeah, definitely lowest heat if I'm covering it with plastic wrap, because it's not warm enough in this place for this to rise. Okay, so we're going to cover it with plastic wrap like this. Okay. Actually, let me make sure the sides are down. I want to be all down towards the bottom. That's good. Okay, cover it with plastic wrap. And I'm going to go ahead and stick it in the oven. Yeah, at the lowest heat. Okay. Stick it down in here. Okay, here's what I've done. Let me take this off the, and show you what I've done here. I have it set right there. Okay, it's warm enough. That's even probably a little bit too hot. Right there. Basically, I just want it to be warm. Okay, that's good. That's good. Now let's go ahead and cover the door. Yeah. And we're going to let it rise for an hour. So I'll be back in an hour. I'll set my alarm. And I might check on it too. I had to put the temperature up a bit because it didn't feel like it was warming up at all. So I think because you know, the bread's got to rise. It's got to be triple in bulk to what it is right now. So I'll just double check and make sure it's warm, but not warm enough to melt the plastic, you know. What I did was just warmed it up a bit and then I turned it off. And I think that'll work. Yeah, because it's warm in there now. But I don't want it to get any warmer. Basically, you just want it to be like a warm room, you know, like a 90-degree room. I've had to adjust the heat several times. It appears this is good. It has to be warm enough for the bread to rise, but not so warm it melts the plastic. It seems like it's slow. This is also an older yeast packet that got moved from Florida to Alabama, and I'm hoping those yeast are still workable. You know, I'll find out. It's rising. I think it's rising, but it's going a little slower than I'd like. So some of those yeast might have died during the move, but we'll see. Yeah, yeah, it's rising. Okay, apparently I got the heat. It needs to be pretty respectably warm in there for the bread to rise, but not warm enough that the plastic melts. Okay, the bread's rising pretty good. Well, I'm going to let it rise a little bit more. Let me go ahead and prepare the loaf pans. Let's go ahead and use olive oil. It says to use vegetable oil spray. I think olive oil would give it a nice flavor, though. Yeah. What I'm going to do, in place of vegetable oil spray, I'm going to just put some olive oil on, maybe just a little bit in each pan. Oh, that's too much. Okay, just basically just enough to give it a nice coating. I could use canola oil, but I like the flavor. I think the olive oil will give it a nice flavor. So this will be about the equivalent of vegetable oil spray. Let me see, make sure it's yeah. If you'll notice, one of the pans is a little bigger than the others. That might be a blessing in disguise, because I'm not sure that these are going to be big enough. So, but we'll see. We shall see. They may come billowing over the top when they're done. Okay, let's see if there's... Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Okay, that's good. So they're coated. All right. Now... the next thing I have to do stir the batter down. Let me take it out of the, it rose pretty good. Look at that. It rose about 3 times. I had to put the heat up pretty respectable to get it to do this. See that? About 3 times. So apparently the yeast is still working. Let's go ahead and take this off. Okay. Stir the batter down. Okay. Stir the batter down. Yeah. And divide evenly among the four loaf pans. Boy, cover and let rise until almost the top of pans. Oh boy, I'm hoping that let's see. I guess I'll show it this way. Okay, I'm gonna have to do. I think I want to use a spoon. Let's hold it this way. I haven't made this since the 1990s. And in the 1990s, I think my loaf pans were bigger. If I remember correctly. Well, let's see how we can do with this. They might come billowing over the top when I'm done. All right. Actually, I think I need well, I might just use my fingers. Yeah. Yeah, I think that might be the best. Sometimes that's what a cook has to do. Yeah, just use your fingers. Oh God, this isn't working out too good. Ah. I know when I've made homemade bread, I've had to use my fingers a lot. Come on out of here. Jeez. Okay. I'm gonna throw some more in this one here. Boy, this is sticky. Now I know why people like to lick the pans after they're done. This looks like it'll be delicious. Yeah, as you say, you're going to be eating live yeast. Yeah, maybe I better resist the temptation to lick the pan, huh? Yeah. All right. This one needs a lot more. Oh my goodness. Oh, this looks good though. Ah, it's all right. Ah. I want to get all this good yummy batter in here. Okay. I think that's about as good as I'm going to get. Oh. Let me see if I can get some of it off of here. And the hair. It's already starting to rise again. This looks so good. Come on. This one could use some more. You know what? I think I am going to lick my fingers. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, we're going to stick it back in the oven and let it rise for about another 20 minutes. Yeah. All right. See if I can make it kind of even here so that it'll rise kind of nice and even. It needs to be even though. I need to get some from this and put it over here. Yeah. So the loaves will be about the same size. Come on. Don't be difficult. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Let's go ahead and let it rise for about another 20 minutes. Cheating. I don't think I need to cover it this time. All right. Yeah, all right. Okay. Okay. Oh, I need to let it cover again. All right, let's get some plastic wrap. Apparently the covering helps keep it warm, you know. No. There we go. So each one stick it back in here. Nice, got the perfect temperature there. Let's go this way. It's not staying very covered. I should have done a better job. I need more plastic wrap. Okay. You know what? I could use this again. This will work. You know what? I have an idea. I'm just going to stick them like this. Like that. No, they need to go this way. Oh. The only problem with covering it is that I know why they want me to cover it. Maybe I can cover it with something besides plastic. Do I have, like, material? Oh. I know why they want it covered. It's, you know, a wet cloth. I'm going to cover it with a paper towel. That's what I'm going to do. A paper towel that's kind of wet, and then that way it'll keep it from, yeah, that'll work, I think. Now let's see if I can get this thing to open up. Yeah. You might say, well, but you could, if you have like material, that'll work too. But the main thing is you want to keep the warmth in there. You don't want it to dry out. So let's see here. Yeah, this will work. Let me put this over here. Now let's cover it with a wet paper towel. Yeah, this will work. Okay. I'll show you what I did. Okay. They're in there, and I covered them with a wet paper towel, and we're going to let it rise for another 20 minutes. Hopefully, I chose a wet paper towel because I don't want them to stick to the plastic. Okay, another 20 minutes. I'm going to let it rise. Preheating the oven to 350. I'm going to have to use something else. Actually, I think that these little pans are not big enough. This is for my salad. I'm going to see if I can... Yeah, a bit of a problem here. I mean, it's going to be good bread still, but this is what happened, as you can see. I'm trying to figure out how I can fix this for next time. Yeah. So I'm preheating the oven right now to 350. Yeah, the paper towel's actually dried up. So, Jesus, you got any ideas? This is going to be a delicious bread, but unfortunately it likes to, it's very sticky batter. And when these pans are not, these are not big enough. I'm wondering what I could do. Yeah. We'll throw that in there. Huh. They're going to still be good, I can tell, but what I could do is buy me another loaf pan and use 5. That might be the solution. I might need to get another loaf pan and use 5 of them. That way when it rises, it won't be so high that it will stick to everything. There's no rule that says that I have to use... Apparently these loaf pans are a little bit too small. Yeah, a little bit too small. I'm going to have a time washing these. I can see that already. Yeah, I think that will be the solution. I'm going to have to probably buy me another loaf pan. So I will buy me another one. That way, and maybe what I'll do is, because this one's bigger, I'll use two of this size and 2 of this little size, and that'd probably be perfect. Yeah, I think that's what the solution will be for next time. But I think it'll still be good though. But I've wasted a lot of dough though, because it all stuck to all this. Yeah, it's a shame. Yeah, a lot of good dough. It just stuck. No, I'm not going to worry about it right now. Okay. Yeah, next time I'm going to, I need to buy another loaf pan. These are obviously too small. So I'll get one, and I'll get another one of these. Maybe tomorrow. This is going to be delicious, I can already tell. So when the oven preheats, I'm going to go ahead and stick this in the oven. Yeah. Yeah, I need to, they're apparently not big enough. Yeah. I need about 4 this size. And this one, as you can see, is overflowing. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and make sure the oven is preheated so that when I stick it in here, it doesn't rise anymore. Yeah, okay. Let me turn the alarm off. Yeah. You say you might be able to half the recipe. I think the solution would be get another loaf pan. Yeah. These pans are, if I remember correctly, when I made this in the 1990s, my loaf pans were all about that size. I think, yeah, and I might need to actually use 5. Like, yeah. That's what I think I'm going to need to do. I'm going to have to use 5. Okay, let's go ahead and stick this in the oven. Bake for 35 minutes or until a cake tester inserted near the center of the loaf comes out clean. Okay. I don't want them to rise anymore, so I want to make sure the heat is up pretty high. Yeah. Okay, I think it's okay. Let's go ahead and it's been a while since I've made this, you know. All right, I think it's high enough where it's not going to rise. All right, got that one. There's that. Yep. All right. Okay. So we'll set it. We'll time it for. I don't know if that got in there really good. That's what's in there. I'm just hoping this doesn't go all over the place and make a mess in my oven. So we shall see. I'm pretty sure they're done. One way to test is, let me get a real sharp knife. right here. Just see how that goes. Yep, comes out clean. It's done. So I'll go put this over with the rest of my Italiano food. Yeah, let me bring it on over to that table. Popped right on out. There you go, there's one loaf. And let me get the rest of them. Okay, here's my Italiano feast. This is spaghetti I made the other day. And I thought a salad would be good with it with my own homemade lemon vinaigrette. And now let's try the bread. Let's see, I guess we'll get the big fat one here. Yeah, it came out good. Look at that. See that? Let's try it now. All right. It's good. Came out really good. Delicious. It was really good. Next time, I'll have it. I'm gonna get a bigger loaf pan. That's really good. Came out delicious. Let me go ahead and post this to my YouTube channel. Delicious. See how good that is? That came out really good. Yep. I'm gonna modify the recipe so that people can make it like I did. America.